Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. Thursday evening live streaming for round 5 of the Wrx Challenge. Beaming out from Suzuka. It's going to be an endurance one, a 60-minute race. So Wrxc Iii is VRC's one-make series using the Subaru Isle of Man time attack car. Drivers will need to tame this wild beast of a car across 10 weeks of racing that will test all of their driving skills to the limit. This championship has been set up for amateur drivers of a good level of skill and racecraft to take part in and enjoy. The championship will require the drivers' teams to use the same car as Subaru Isle of Man GRX. Throughout the duration of the championship, races will take place in both feature and sprint format, along with both road and dirt surfaces in both day and night settings. We've had an absolute cracking championship. The cars are put to max power, 596 brake horsepower, with a minimum weight of 1,060 kilograms. They have a drag reduction system, so when at night they hit 90 miles an hour, they can press the special button and the rear wing will tilt down. We're about 5 minutes away from qualifying, so I will take you to the most recent table and give you I can give you a bit of track info as well. Suzuka GP, 3.609 miles, 17 turns, and the table. That's what's most important at this point. Let's have a look. So a Skyjacker is the man on top at the moment. First place with 158 points. Catula second place with 154 points. Homesick Alien in third on 152 points. It's tight at the top. Fourth for Diego with 124 points. Alexis Maximus is fifth with 121 points. Bunny is sixth with 113 points. Alphanut is 7th with 100 points. Anton Puika 8th with 90 points. Jim 9th with 83 points. Pat is 10th on 79 points. Wrxc is 11th on 54 points, and 12th is Noxie on 41 points, with Rido in 13th on 37 points. They have a lot of those in the second part of the table have missed a round or two for Rido, and at the end of the championship, the two lowest scored rounds will be dropped. So those that have missed a round, it's not the end of the world. They're still in with a shout after drop scores. We've been watching a Jim going around in car 66 for a little while. Has it been enjoyable? Because I've been looking at my phone. Pat's in the chat saying testing, a chat is here and working. I know. The boss fixed it last time. He rang up YouTube and said, I will not tolerate this. Now, I think with the 60-minute races, they can choose soft, medium, hard, compound. I don't know if there's anything that's obligatory. Let me have a look. It doesn't say anything. I think... Oh, here we go. Couple of points to go over for today. Racing soft, medium tyres are available today with free choice. With the nature of the track being fairly tight and twisty, please ensure that any moves whilst battling are clean. If contact is made that leaves an opponent disadvantaged, redressing sensibly is expected. And please ensure your liveries conform to whatever blah 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 blah. So yeah, racing soft and medium tyres are available for these guys. In the chat, Homesick saying low expectations tonight, but really looking forward to this. And Skyjacker says hi. So we've been watching Jim. He's been very entertaining, thank you. In the it's Subaru really. I can see a bit of Monster spots on there, but not much else. So Riv, he's nipping around in his Subaru. Oh, we're getting asked if we're ready already. 2 minutes to go till quali. Let me get in there. So Pat with his usual K. I think Pat's setting his own trend. Alexis and Maximus those. And Anton with a Y. Oh, I've got to find my list again. I've got it somewhere back here. Catula as well. Oh my lord. What can you say? You try. And we've got Pat in a lovely martini-looking livery out there. Catula, I believe, is in the Subaru WRX Challenge livery, looking absolutely spliffing. He's just behind a Lexus Maximus in the purple standard Subaru livery. Diego in the Superboc main sponsor on that livery. It's very nice in the car 93. Portuguese driver, he must be buzzing, eh? And didn't they do really well in some competition that's happening? I'm not sure. They've gone through, I'm sure. So, Homesick Alien in the Repsol livery, looking absolutely... He has low expectations in the chat, he says, but I think in for a shout. Skyjacker playing around with the settings out there, saying good luck, and he started the qualifier. The countdown has happened. We are counting down. I do know Bunny and Rido were unable to make it through birthday commitments. And who else? There was someone else who said they couldn't make it. Oh yeah, Alpha. He's a very busy man. Trust me. No one wants to be doing what he's having to do at the moment. So Skyjacker, he's the first on the track. Car 99, the championship leader. Catula, I believe, is the reigning champion, is he? I don't want to speak out of turn. I'm pretty sure Catula won it. Let me find the Hall of Champions. It's always worth having a pop into the Hall of the Champions to take a peek. And then I can tell you, and I can see other winners as well. See a lot of Racer Browns as I'm flicking through. Tell that. God, how long ago was the last WRX challenge? We've had a lot of races. We race a lot around here, don't we? Here we go. Yeah. Catula, Subaru WRX, Isle of Man, time attack car. 21 racers, 8 victories, 10 podiums, 1 pole position, 7 fastest laps, points 362, drop score 314. Season 2 champion. So there you go. Racing soft and racing medium free choice. I said, man, I did know. I got it out there. Trust me. But yes, it's the softs or mediums, and they have the free choice of. They're still on their out lap. It's a long lap here at Suzuka. It's a very technical track, really. I should have got in car maybe sometime during quali. We'll have a look from their POV. You can see the wing dropping there. If you look down at the dashboard, DRS is flashing red. And when they get to 90 miles an hour, it goes from grey to white, and that is when it's available to use. So like it's white, and he's using it. He's probably got his finger just permanently on it. Yeah, when they drop below 90, it should go like a greyish colour, and as they build up the speed and hit 90 miles, oh wait, you didn't even get to see it go white. He had his finger on it, ready. So then, Skyjacker going around his first flying lap. No pressure, get the banker in. David in the chat saying go Diego. And he's got Catula and Homesick Alien. Oh no, Homesick Alien's 4th in line. They seem quite close together, these front 4. Hopefully no one makes a mistake and gets in anyone's way. As we're watching Skyjacker making his way around ahead of Cthulhu. Lexus and Maximus is a 3rd on track with Homesick Alien just behind those guys. Jim making his way around in car 66. Sure, we saw he was the fastest in practice. Diego in 6th place there. He's got Pat very close in the Martini. Anton. Hey, has his car changed? That looks cool. I know, I'm sure that's changed because that looks... Does it look different? I don't know. There's something about the side of it I really like. I like the black stripe. I haven't noticed that before. But Anton Poika turning up with a lovely looking livery. And there's the ribs out there. Flashman in the chat saying evening all. Hello, Flashman. And welcome to the insanity that is WRX Challenge, our Thursday evening championship of choice. We're here for your pleasure. Your leisure, my pleasure. We're just watching Skyjacker going around. He's looking like a very tidy lap from the Jacker of Skies. He seems to be doing very good in his Wrxc Iii livery. It's a neat lap, a good banker. It's getting in there. It's kept that car from sliding the corners. That's the thing. These cars are so loosey-goosey, and there's Skyjacker setting the first time at 1:59. Catula a 2 minutes dead. Lexus Maximus setting a time of a 2 minute dead also. Wrxc Iii just getting ahead of him, but they're all in the 2 minutes. It's only Skyjacker that has managed a 1:59, and it's, you know, a big 1:59. It's a 1:59.0. Jim managing a 2:01. Diego managing a 2:01.2, just 6/10 faster than Jim, goes in 5th. Pat's just crossed the line with a 2:15. He must have made a mistake on that lap. He's 14 seconds shy. And Jim, Anton Poika, he's across the line. He's done a 2:08.1. Not great, but it's a banker, isn't it? It's your first one. It's just to get it under your belt. Only 5. Oh, and the second flying lap, not as well for Skyjacker as Catula drives on by. And Homesick Alien also. Where Skyjacker returns back to the track, out of the way, and that's a lap wasted in his book. And another opportunity for Catula, Alexis and Homesick to grab something. I mean, Alexis Max was 1.5 seconds off of Skyjacker's time. Let's have a look at... We're coming up? No, we're quite far away from a sector as he comes around Spoon. Up towards 1:30. Homesick Alien trying to get a toe off of Alexis. We'll see as he comes up to the sector time. He's able to draw any closer to Skyjacker. Down on his own time, unfortunately. Homesick Alien, we missed his. Catula looks quite tidy. He's nearly a second off Skyjacker. Skyjacker's time was phenomenal. I think these guys are going to struggle. You watch, they're going to go and beat it straight away. Racer Brown in the chat saying, hello all, how are we? It's not Friday Eve, it's Thursday Eve, don't get me going. Homesick Alien goes faster, but not fast enough. He pulls a 1:59.7 out of the back of that Repsol Subaru. Some 6/10 shy of a Skyjacker though. Catula didn't manage to go faster that time. And Alexis did go faster. Some 3/10 faster. He's only 2.5 off of his fellow countryman. Diego just behind those guys. Pat's done another time, a 2:06 now. He's just behind the Ribs, 2.4 seconds behind Ribs, and Anton's not feeling Suzuka today. Anton usually at the sharp end. He's not managed to get a lap in, and he looks like this one's a slow one as well. Wrxc getting another lap in there. Up into 7th place, ahead of Pat by nearly 4.8 seconds. 2/10 shy of Jim's time though. And we think Jim's got a bit more in the trunk of his car. Sorry. Luis Silva in the chat saying good night, good for everyone in particular. Diego. So, do you really think it's Friday night, Racer Brown? It's Thursday. Did I say... I didn't say Friday night, I said Thursday night. I'm sure I said Thursday night. Please don't make me make a mistake. So, Sky, they'll put me in the cupboard again if I've made a mistake. Skyjacker looks a little wild on the back end on this one. He's only going to be able to get a lap this one and the next one to count. Homesick Alien chipping away at that pole time. How's he doing? They're just coming up now to finish a lap. Who's that? Catula in the... well, is the lead car as he comes through. Casio. He crosses the line. He does not manage to go faster. Homesick Alien does. He gets pole at 59.0. And what can Skyjacker do? At 59.3. 3/10 shy. Oh, it's 3 thousandths off. Look at that. Homesick Alien, 3 thousandths faster than Skyjacker. Qualifying, just got lively. Catula not managing to be able to chip away any more at that. Alexis Maximus, this is going to be the last run for all of them, I'm pretty sure. Jim set another time. He's in 5th. He's just got within 2/10 of Alexis Maximus. He's nearly 3/10 ahead of Diego. Diego going faster again. Diego doing a 2:07.773, just 3/10, just over under 3/10 off of Jim's time. 1.3 seconds ahead of the Wrxc. The Wrxc in 7th. He managed to go faster. Oh, he's off on this. This was his last chance. His last chance to get any closer to Diego. Oh no, well, his lap's stuffed anyway because he's slow over the line, isn't he? So Anton Poika, he's managed to go faster. There he is in 3rd. I told you, he's used to being up at the other end of the grid. And there he does, a 59.853, going 2/10 faster than Catula and putting himself up into 3rd place. Maybe that car is the same. For some reason, it just looks different. I don't know why. But a homesick alien from nowhere. And this is their final run, remember. There's still more to come. Catula is going to cross the line before these guys, so we'll have a look. He's coming up to a sector, coming down here. Machio saying hello everyone. Intula IR. Good race to all. Awesome track. Oh, I think that's Intula. Hello, Intula. So there, did I miss him go over the sector? Sorry. But this is definitely their last run. The counter has run out now. So as they cross the line, they will see the checkered flag, and that will be qualifying before the 60-minute race we see ahead of us. And Catula does go faster. He gets ahead of Anton. Homesick doesn't go any faster. Skyjacker gets pole on his last lap at 58.77. Unbelievable stuff. Who's next to cross the line? Alexis goes across. He doesn't go any faster. Jim's there. Where's Anton? He's further back. Where's Diego? Diego's there just behind Jim, so we'll watch Jim cross the line. Can he go faster? Skyjacker from nowhere. Look at that. On pole. So Jim doesn't go faster. Diego coming over. He's looking good. He's 59.2. Oh, he goes faster. He goes up to 6th. He gets ahead of Jim. And he's just 800ths off of Alexis Maximus. Pat goes faster. Pat goes into 8th ahead of Wrxc, who's sat in the pits at the moment. And that is your grid. So, Skyjacker. Wow. 58.777. 3/10 faster than the Alien. The Alien thought, we all thought the Alien had pole wrapped up. Oh, and Anton Poika, he's done another lap, but he's still in 4th. Homesick Alien grabbing the 2nd spot on the grid with Cthulhu in 3rd place. The top 3 in the championship battling at the front of the grid. Anton getting in there, come late to the party, but now he's got it fast. Alexis Maximus in 5th with Diego with that late lap getting up ahead of Jim. And Jim's no slouch as well. This is going to be one hard-fought race. Pat, just a second off of Jim's time. You can see he was always getting faster and faster come the race. I think he's going to be on the money. And the Wrxc, I can't see his lap times. It says he's 3.3 off of Skyjacker's time. And he's 4/10. He's half a second off of Pat, so it's very close there. But that is the man of the hour, or just before the hour, should I say. In the chats then, we see Racer Brown saying, I mean, it's nearly Friday, yeah. And Racer Brown said, that is a quick time from Skyjacker. Pat saying, nice, personal best to finish quali. And Pat saying, both the last 2 laps were faster than I had gone before. So, well done, Pat. Build on that in the race. Awesome stuff. Homesick saying, oof, Skyjacker, nice one. That was a fast time from Skyjacker. Came from nowhere. Wow, brilliant stuff. So, Homesick 2nd on the grid. Catula 3rd. They're all in the 50. No, well, they were in the 59. Skyjacker took it to another level, put it into the 58s. Anton, he's in the 59s as well. This is going to be battle. This is battle on, boys. There really is a fight on. 60 minutes of racing. It's going to be absolutely cracking, and these guys' times are very close. Look, down to 6th. It's only 1.5 seconds off of the pole, and that pole was a ridiculous time. Here we go. Wow, 60 minutes of some beautiful, beautiful racing around a Suzuka. There they are, all lined up in their Subarus, looking dead sexy. Not one bad livery out there at all. They're looking absolutely cracking. Pat in the chat. Oh, and Skyjack, I'll read that in a minute. We're going to get the start out of the way, and then I'll read your bits. So we're watching Skyjack ahead of the Alien. Catula in 3rd. Anton He'll be wanting to make a point. He's only behind in the championship because he's missed one, and that was a lightning start from all of them. Skyjacker, Homesick, Catula, all moving similar times. Great reactions there. No one gained on anyone. Well, it looks like Anton's managing to maybe pull up alongside Catula. Catula's out wide. He's lost the position to Anton. Anton moving up into third, and Alexis Maximus trying to benefit as well. But Catula's got that inside line, and he's moved back ahead. Skyjacker, meanwhile, he got a great start. What a getaway. And now he's nearly 4 tenths ahead of the alien Anton Boyka. We saw jumping Catula. 4th place for Catula, ahead of Alexis Maximus. Diego in 6th, ahead of Wrxc. Where did Wrxc come from? A great start. And 8th, and Jim's down in 9th spot. So Jim having a poor start there with Pat in 8th. So Skyjacker, oh, it's very close. Let us get on board with Homesick Alien whilst we chase down the leader. Anton only 2.5 tenths behind us. Just there, can you see him? Oh my word. We're going into the hairpin, and Homesick Alien trying to have a look of the inside of Skyjacker. There is no room there, Skyjacker says. Skyjacker we saw doing some amazing defending in the HPEC Sunday evening against Matt Psycho. So what can the alien do? He's already having a look. He's showing his headlights to the sky. Jacker showing him he means business. He's dropping back a bit though, and Anton Boyka is there set to make the jump. No one can make a mistake, and it looks like Skyjacker got it through the, what is the Degners? No, Spoon. Sorry. And now, looks like Homesick Alien is under threat from the Finn. He's having a look. Homesick defending on the inside of Casio, keeping a nice straight line through the chicane. There's nothing Anton can do from that spot, and Catula has kept up with him. Alexis Maximus, meanwhile, he's dropped back a couple of seconds from the top of 4, and Diego making the move. Diego up into 5th place on Alexis Maximus. Alexis Maximus having a small issue at the moment on that lap and not doing a great lap time. Well, 2:05. The same with Diego. Diego managing to grab 5th place from Alexis Maximus. Wrxc in 7th, with Jim now ahead of Pat on that first lap. And Pat's losing the back end. Keep it slow and low. That is the tempo. So Skyjacker half a second ahead of the alien. He's getting purples, but Anton I saw driving over the curves, and oh my god, there's been a mistake. Oh my words, oh my lords. It looks like a small mistake from Anton. He was on the curbs. I saw he was on the curbs. As we see again, he's coming up over the crest, and he's in the curves. He's getting good time there. He was, oh, he had a wiggle on and he was out wide, and that is it. That's all it takes, and Catula up into 3rd place. Go away, I've done with you. Replay, I mean. So Anton down to 4th, Catula now into 3rd place, and he's very close to the alien. And Skyjacker, he's not managing to pull away at all in this race whatsoever. The alien is absolutely sticking with him, and this will be helping Homesick Alien, because if he sits in Skyjacker's toe, he can save fuel. If we watch him going up this straight, let's have a look. Ooh, the accelerator lifted a little bit there, so you can see, I believe Homesick will be doing a little fuel saving sitting behind Skyjacker. That's no trade secret though, Skyjacker will know that. And Catula also sitting just behind these two. Got to say, out of the 3 of them, Homesick and Catula do not look after their tyres well, and they're driving in the heat of Skyjacker's wake, so it'll be very interesting how they deal with their tyre wear. Anton dropping a little bit back, having that wiggle on through the S-curves, an up Dunlop curve. Diego catching him up 1.3 seconds behind. So let me catch up with that chat I missed at the beginning. Wrxc in 6th with Alexis Maximus. Alexis Maximus dropping down another position. My words, Alexis Maximus, he was doing good in qualifying, but he's struggling with the Subaru. He's on the controller, which does not help in these conditions, especially with tyre wear. So Alexis Maximus 2.7 seconds ahead of Jim. Jim catching him up. And Pat 10 seconds adrift now, but Pat's here for personal bests more so than anything. And Skyjacker, the train of the leaders is unbelievable. Let me see if we can look back at some of the chats. Skyjacker said before the race, I'll have to check, but think that's fastest qualifying lap in this. Really didn't expect to get homesick. And Pat also saying plenty of oofs for Skyjacker last time here, if I remember right. Oh, I can't. And it's weird doing this commentary thing. I kind of blank out, and some little machine inside takes over, and I never remember the races. People say, oh, you know, that race, that happened, and I'm like, no, I don't. I honestly don't recall. It's weird. But if I think about it and commentate, it's awful. I have to shut off and just let something else take over. Now at the moment, Skyjacker, though, 2/10 ahead of Homesick Alien. Is very tight at the top. This is going to be all about strategy and who does what with the pit stops at the moment. Cthulhu's got 3/4 of a tank of fuel on board. Homesick Alien also 3/4 of a tank on board. And a Skyjacker the same. So fuel is nominal. The tyres look the same. Anton 2.8 seconds adrift of these guys, just under his personal best. A 2:01.4. Cthulhu doing a 2:06 his last time around. Homesick Alien doing a 2:07, and Skyjacker doing a 2:07. Nothing in it between the top three. Anton with a 2:01.4. Diegor 2:01.4, exactly the same as Anton. He's chasing him down. He's just over a second behind him. And around here at Suzuka is nothing, as he just gets a little bit over the curbs in the car 93 Super Bock Subaru. Lexus Maximus is back ahead of Wrxc. We've got a little tantalising battle we're missing out on down here for 6th and 7th. Lexus Maximus 6/10 ahead of the Rivs right now. He did a 2:02.228. He's burnt up a little bit more fuel than the guys up front, as has the Rivs also. Jim, he's getting closer to these guys. 2.4 seconds. Did a 2:02.4 his last time around. We know he's got more in in that car. We saw him qualifying. And Pat there getting his first 2:02.9, his best so far on lap 3. He's getting into it. Cha-cha-cha, Pat. Remember, cha-cha-cha. Skyjacker nearly pulling out another couple of tenths away from the Alien. The Alien under threat now from Cthulhu. If we go this way and look... Oh, God, what is that? My words. I apologise. That was shocking. So, looking back from the Alien, that's what 4/10 looks like. And that looks like when a crazy Spanish driver's chasing you down. Come on, Cthulhu. Meanwhile, in front, the back of the Rockstar Subaru. Hedging a little bit. Oh, it looks like the Alien's gained a little ground there. But it still says 5/10 distance between Skyjacker, Homesick Alien and Cthulhu. What are we? We're not even 10 minutes into this race yet. These guys just keeping their heads down. Yeah, fuel is the same up and down. No one's saving any more than anyone else, it seems. There's Skyjacker. He's starting to pull some purples out. Maybe he's thinking it's time to rabbit, leave these losers behind. He's played with them enough now for 5 laps. He's getting bored and he wants to get away. Racer Brown in the chat saying in the last season in race the fastest lap was a 2:0.062. Couldn't see the fastest in qualifying because it was a replay. Yeah, I know, I was working nights during the time. But there, Skyjacker 7/10 ahead of Homesick Alien now, and Cthulhu's dropped back quite a way. Cthulhu must have had a small little incident. Oh, there it is. Yes, we see. Down there at Degner. He's decided to check out what the sand looks like on the outside of the corner. And he wanted to keep Anton a little company out there. Anton a 2:01.8 last time around. We know he can get it into the 59s. We saw it in qualifying. And that's what he's going to need to do to get himself that podium from Cthulhu. Skyjacker 8/10 ahead of the Alien. He definitely is pulling a little bit away. from Homesick. Nearly half a tank of fuel for Skyjacker, car 99. Championship leader so far. Homesick Alien's pace seems to be dropping off a little bit. A 201.1 from him. Is he starting to feel those front tyres going away? His tyres look exactly the same as Skyjacker's, but he definitely looks like he's struggling to get into the corners. Whereas Skyjacker, he's got that car dialed in. He's got the diff all set up. So the front of that car just pokes right into the corner. Now Homesick looks like he's getting that front end on the apexes. Maybe just carried a bit too much speed into that first corner. He's dropped to a second behind Skyjacker. Cthulhu nearly 5 seconds behind the Alien, only 7/10 ahead of Anton. Anton is on a push. So Anton Poika, the Finnish driver, hunting down the reigning champion and third place in this race, the 60-minute race here at Suzuka for round 5 of the WRX Challenge. I should be quiet when we're in the car anyway, so you can hear the flutter. Ooh, here it was. Isn't that just one of the most beautiful sounds in the world, eh? God, Subaru ragging it around Suzuka. Doesn't get much better than that. They have to do quite a break in 130R. He's not getting any closer to Cthulhu, is he? He's 1.2 seconds away. So far, Skyjacker ahead of Homesick, ahead of Cthulhu, ahead of Anton, who's ahead of Diegor. Oh, we should watch the Wrxc race though, because Wrxc, oh no, Alexis has dropped right behind. He did 211.6 on lap 6. Lap 5, sorry, the lap before. He's having a bit of a wobble out there. It looks like his tyres are starting to get grained right up. Jim is dragging in Wrxc at this point. Wrxc did a 204.4 his last time around. His tyres are looking very tidy though. Very nice. Jim's is a little bit more worn than Wrxc's, but he did a 202.7. He is absolutely Mr. Consistent out there. In car 66, he's going to be upon the ribs, who hasn't done a lap in the 202s yet, whereas that is where Jim is living at the moment. He's moved his caravan onto the 202 field, and he's set up camp right there. Skyjacker though, look at him. 1.5 seconds ahead of the Alien. Those tyres are starting to look very red on the tips, with Homesick Alien exactly the same, but Homesick Alien seems to be saving a bit more fuel, so maybe the Alien just backing off a little bit whilst the tyres are going through their cycle, getting themselves a little worn, a little slidey. So he thinks, okay, oh hello, he's showboating for us, ladies and gents. Homesick Alien showing us what the Subaru can do if you apply the accelerator a little too fast in the corner. And that's what Cthulhu needs, because he's got the pace of those guys, but that's it, he can't catch up. He's not faster. He's got Anton in a box. Anton not being able to get any closer to Cthulhu. So Cthulhu, but if Cthulhu makes another one of those small mistakes like he did on lap 5, Anton is going to be he's going to be taking names and kicking butts. Diegor, 5th place, 3.5 seconds behind Anton. This is going to be down to the pit stops. I think some clever pit stops. And here we see Jim. I said he was going to catch the ribs, and he is there, half a second behind. And the Wrxc is having to defend another 204. Oh no, I think that is, no, it was another 204, was it? No, that's the original 204, sorry. We haven't moved on to 203. Like I said, Jim has his caravan set up on the 202 field, and that is where Wrxc is going to have to move to stay ahead of Jim. Oh, Wrxc has had an off. So the Rivs losing the back of the Subaru, and Jim moving up another position. How far ahead is the Wrxc of Alexis. Alexis, that 2:11 really cost him because he's been doing okay lap times since, 2:03s. His tyres are pretty much half worn. And we're only 15 minutes into this 60-minute race. He's going to be getting through a lot of tyres today, I think. Pat's even catching him up now, 3.3. We saw Pat was quite far off the field, and now Pat 3.6 seconds behind Alexis Maximus. I think Alexis Maximus has cooked his tyres. He may well just come in the pits and turn this into a very long sprint race. I mean, lots of little sprint races in a long race. Skyjacker 1.4 seconds, so he's not pulling away from the Alien. Our theory about the Alien saving fuel, he is, but his tyres are a little bit more worn than Skyjack. Sorry guys, flicking between the two of them. I'm looking at the tyres. I don't think about you guys looking at the car. But yes, the tyres look exactly the same. So Skyjacker 1.5 seconds ahead of the Alien. Oh, it looks like Catula's dropped off a little bit more from them. He's down in the 202s, trying to look after those front tyres, I assume. It's interesting, very interesting. They've all used over half a tank of fuel now. Anton 1.5 seconds behind Catula, and you can see Diego in the background. Diego in the background, 3.5 seconds from Anton. He's got a good, lovely 8-second cushion from Jim. Jim's pulling away from the Ribs. The Ribs struggling out there at the moment. He's a quarter of a tank of fuel. Alexis, though, his tyres are absolutely bungled. They've gone. They've moved out. And Pat's got a nice bit of juice on those tyres. Still a bit of meat to go on his racing softs, but he's got to catch up. The Ribs has come in. He's sick of the tyres. They're barely used Ribs. You leave the tyres on, just put some fuel in. And Skyjacker staying out there 1.5 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien. It's like a chess game between these two at the moment. Who's going to move first? Who's going to go in and change those tyres? They're both exactly the same. Fuel is virtually the same. And Catula, one small mistake, and that's all it's taken. It's dropped him back a couple of seconds away from the leaders. Anton, he's been keeping that 1.5 seconds, 1.7 now, behind Catula, keeping vigil. Again, this looks like it's going to be another one of those. Who's going to be first to pick? Because I think it's going to be undercut. It's going to work. I truly believe the undercut will work here because the newer tyres, they're faster. Who did we see pit? We saw Wrxc pit. So when Wrxc comes out, well, he's ghosted. But although Wrxc's tyres weren't terrible in the first place, I do think these guys, now they're dropping, they can do 159s, 2 minutes. They've dropped down into the 201s, 202s. But it's just the length of the pit lane, isn't it? So that's what it's really about. So Wrxc, a 2:43, but he may have had a spin on that lap, so I don't think it's a good one to take. I don't know how long a pit stop takes. I apologise. We'll have to wait for someone else to pit. So have a look. Skyjack has dropped it into the 203s now. He's definitely feeling those tyres. Homesick still in the 202s. He's got it less than a second between the two of them. Interesting battle there. Catula is keeping that same distance from the leaders and from Anton as well. Diego's dropped a couple of seconds away. Oh, that was a 2:05 on lap 9. Is he struggling with the tyres? His tyres are a little bit better than Anton's. Alexis Maximus has come in. He's had enough. We did see that his tyres were woeful earlier. So Alexis has come in to change those tyres. Pat, is he going to follow suit? No, he's staying out. Pat still feels there's more to do in those tyres. And Wrxc has just put a fresh set on, and he'll be hoping to get ahead of Alexis, but he might be some way off. So this is the lead. Skyjacker 1.4 seconds, 1.5 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien. Whoever wins this could come away as championship leader after this. So there's a lot at stake. Sorry, I'm eating a Ferrero Rocher. It's lovely if you want to know. They're my favourite. Can't stand Nutella though. My wife can't make sense of that. I love Ferrero Rochers, and the main ingredient is Nutella. but I can't stand Nutella. How weird. No, I like saying Nutella because it's like that face cream. What's the face cream? There's Nutra or something like that. I thought there was a face cream that's like Neutral or something like that. And there goes Wrxc Iii. He has gone in first, Skyjacker. He cannot make no mistakes on this lap, and he does not want to lose any time. Anton staying out for another lap. And Catula and Wrxc Iii, they must have started hearing me talking about chocolates and thought, oh, we've got to do something to get Thingy back engaged. We're losing him. So there we see, and Diego also joining them for a pit stop. Who made those earlier pit stops? Lexus Maximus. He's too far behind, I think, to make a difference, and he came out just ahead of the Rivs. Oh, the Rivs, he's hanging it out, baby. Baby, baby, baby. So Skyjacker 10.8 seconds. This is Anton stayed out as well. Wrxc Iii, then there we go. It's a 2:38. So that's about 36 seconds. He is 35.2 seconds behind Skyjacker. He's filled right up and he's put some racing softs back on. Catula's back out on the racing softs. He did a 2:37. So yeah, it's about 36 seconds. Skyjacker. Oh my word, this is tense. This is the tensest. It's already down to 34.3. I think Wrxc Iii's got it. I think Wrxc Iii has got the undercut. We will see. Anton, he's probably trying to get himself ahead of Catula, but I think the first pit stoppers is gonna be the way it's got to go, I'm afraid. 33.7. You can see he's catching up Skyjacker. Hand over fist. It's unbelievable stuff. Skyjacker, he's just racing back to the pits. He's not going to stay. Well, his fuel's flashing anyway, so I can't imagine he's going to stay out any longer than this. Anton also on fumes, making his way around, and now it's still 33.7 seconds. So the alien not catching up anymore. It was just that initial second. Came out about 34 seconds, and there goes Skyjacker. He's into the pits. Catula's pulled a second in on Wrxc Iii. He was 6 seconds away from the alien before the pit stops, but I think he's short fueled, and Skyjacker, I reckon that he's going to have to short fuel to stay ahead. That has got to be the way. Wrxc Iii at the moment is set to take the lead of this race, unless Skyjacker half fills, maybe, possibly, I don't know. It might hurt his race in the long run. Is track position that important to him? There goes Wrxc Iii. He's on the start straight. Skyjacker is filling up with fuel now. Catula. Oh, we didn't think of Catula. Could Catula get ahead? There goes Skyjacker. He's on the move. He's ahead of Catula, but he is behind the alien. And there you have it. But he's filled right up. No tricks. No fancy stuff to try and keep a track position. He's going all the way. He's filled right up. Wrxc Iii already burning through that fuel, so Skyjacker can go longer on the next stint again. Catula in third, only just less than 2 seconds, so Catula really gaining. He was 6 seconds behind the two leaders, and now after the pit stops, but I do believe he may have short fueled it slightly to try and get himself a little closer. He's pulled away from Anton, who totally topped up. Diego totally topped up as well, and he's 12 seconds adrift of Anton. Jim's got closer. Jim pitted earlier, remember, did he? No, yeah, Jim pitted a little earlier than them. No, he didn't. Pitted on the same lap, sorry. It was Lexus Maximus that pitted earlier, and the Rivs. Lexus Maximus, he's pulled really far away. Pat's ahead, he's pitted, and the Rivs has dropped back behind Pat. And we saw he was just behind Lexus Maximus not that long ago. Rido in the chat saying hello, guys. Hi, Rido. How's your mum? Say happy birthday. Wrxc Iii 2.7 seconds. Leading from Skyjacker. This is a change around. Interesting stuff. 35 minutes left of the race. And Wrxc Iii getting the undercut, going in the pits 1 lap earlier. He's managed to pull about 2.5 seconds on Skyjacker just from that 1 lap. Catula drawing closer. Rido in the chat saying good thanks. I'll tell her now. Okay. And Anton, he stayed out a lap as well, so maybe that's what cost him a bit of time. Diego, I don't know what cost Diego the time, but he had a good out lap. Seems to have lost a bit of time before the pit lane with a 2:05. His pit lap was a 2:49, 2:42, 2:37. So Diego's lap pit was not the best. And Jim's really catching up Diego now. This is cracking stuff from Jim. Getting pushed along by Alexis and Maximus on board with Alexis Maximus as we chase Jim down for 6th spot. And Jim chasing down the Portuguese driver Diego. And I don't know if there's... No, I think Catula's a little... Oh no, who's in 4th? Anton. Anton not too far ahead of Diego, is he? Possibly a little bit further ahead. But these three can all see each other on track. You can hear that car screaming, screeching around the corners. But, like I said, Alexis Maximus is on the controller. It's either turn or no turn. There's not much choice you get. There he goes, trying to slide that car into the corners. And that does not help with the tyres. I tell thee, he's 1 second behind Jim at the moment. Jim keeping hold of that 6th place. And Alexis Maximus, he's managed to get a 2:01.2. He's gone really sideways into the hairpin. Cracking stuff. Oops, I wasn't meant to press that. Why have I done that? There you go, back in the car. So let's have a rundown. Homesick Alien, 4 seconds. 4 seconds, what's happened? Skyjacker, he must have had a moment on this lap. He's only 2 seconds ahead of Catula. That is not what Skyjacker needs in this race right now. And Homesick Alien, he's pulled out 4 seconds lead. Crosses the line doing 2:01s. He is Mr. 2:01. Keeping it nice and steady. Skyjacker, 2:02 that last lap. So nothing tragic. Just, I don't know, 4 seconds. Catula, he's 2 seconds within Skyjacker now. Did a 2:01.7 his last time around. Anton, 8 seconds shy of them as he slides it into the first corner. He's not racing anyone today, really. He's 9 seconds shy of 3rd place and 15 seconds ahead of 5th place, who's only 2 seconds ahead of Jim. Jim's only 8/10 ahead of Alexis Maximus. We saw Alexis Maximus slowly catching Jim up. We know Jim can do those nice steady 2:02s, which he is doing nicely. Diego did a 2:05 on his out lap, not great. A 2:01 now though on lap 13. But Alexis Maximus, he's on a push. He's trying to catch up Jim. And as Jim's trying to catch up Diego, that's not going to help. Racing each other. He wants to get his head down, does Jim, and catch up the Portuguese driver, which is going to be tricky to do when you're defending from Alexis and Maximus. It's 3.7 seconds for Homesick Alien. Skyjacker, maybe he's just doing a bit of fuel saving, tyre saving, managing his race. Maybe it's all under control. He's pulled a little bit away from Catula. It was less than 2 seconds. Now it's nearly 3 seconds, 2.7 seconds. So Skyjacker wombling along in his own little worlds, managing his race perfectly, it seems. We're just about a minute away from the halfway point, with Homesick Alien leading by 4 seconds. Skyjacker's put some movement. Alexis Maximus got ahead of Jim. Oh my, doesn't look good. Jim was ghosted. Hopefully everything is... Oh, a little slide there from Jim, just a little slide into the corner, and that's how easy it is, and he can't quite get it back on the road, and he's into the kitty litter. And Alexis Maximus is through. And that is it. Just one little lack of concentration and you are down a position. He's got about 18 seconds before Pat catches him up. And Pat's got about 8 seconds on the Rivs. The Rivs not having a great race. Did a 2:16 on lap 11. 2:05 on lap 12, a 2:07 on lap 13. So Riv not finding the synergy he needs with this Subaru. He's not getting down and dirty with the car. It is a beautiful car once you get on board with her. She is fun to drive, I tell thee. And there goes Homesick Alien. 3.8, I apologise, seconds. Is it 6 or 8? No, yeah, it was 6. It's dropping drastically, isn't it? Skyjacker coming back at the Alien. Oh, there's only half a tank of fuel on Homesick Alien's car at this point in the race. Skyjacker just under 3/4 of a tank. He's 3.8 seconds. He's pulled a little bit more time out on Cthulhu, sorry. Cthulhu 8 seconds still ahead of Anton. Anton did a 202.1 last time around, but Anton's tyres look absolutely fresh. His fuel's looking a lot healthier than Cthulhu. Cthulhu 201.7. Oh, he's 2.2 seconds down on his best on this lap alone, so he must have made a small mistake, surely. Diego, 14 seconds adrift of Anton in 5th, 5 seconds virtually ahead of Alexis Maximus. Alexis Maximus just getting ahead of Jim, with Jim making a small mistake we saw there. And Rivs has gone. Pat is in 8th. Riv must be the most DNF person. Sure he was. He left both Clio races last Saturday. He's forever leaving. I'm just I feel like I'm always saying in the comms, and Riv's gone. The Rivs is gone. Homesick Alien then 3 seconds ahead of a Skyjacker. Skyjacker 4 seconds ahead of Cthulhu. We are way over the halfway mark now. We have got 28 minutes left of racing, and it is like a chess game out there. We've got Homesick Alien. His tyres looking quite okay. He's on half a tank of fuel. He's been doing steady 201s. He's just dipped into the 202s that last lap. But he's pulled a little bit more away from Skyjacker, so Skyjacker dipping down. On this lap it must be, because he did a 201.1 his last time around. Cthulhu 3.2 seconds, so yeah, I think Skyjacker has had a small issue on this lap. He's lost a bit more time to the Alien, another second on the Alien, and Cthulhu has pulled him in closer. This is how close this racing is. There's just nothing in it between the top 3. Anton, he stayed out, and I think that's where he lost his time, because he was in the shout. With Cthulhu, he was very close, but staying out that little bit longer helped the top 3 seem to edge away from him. Diego, 15 seconds down the road in 5th place. Still 4.3 seconds ahead of Alexis Maximus, doing a cracking job out there. Keeping the car nice and steady, and you never know, anything goes wrong up ahead, and he's ready to clean house. Alexis Maximus, he's having a good drive. He's been in the 203s, 203.2, almost dead on for the last 3 laps. He's pulled away from Jim after getting past him. Jim, he was camping in the 202 field, but his last couple of 207 and a 204, a little shaky from Jim there in lap 14 and 15, and Pat's doing his fastest last lap, 202.5. So Pat really starting to find that Subaru. He's finding its feet near the end. Shaking and stirred, I believe it says on the back. Or shaken, not stirred. I think it just says shaken and stirred. He crosses the line at 203.4. So 4 seconds. Homesick Alien has the lead of this race with 26 minutes to go. What can Skyjacker do? Skyjacker on half a tank of fuel. His tyres starting to look worn. Homesick just under half a tank of fuel, so Skyjacker's burnt up a little bit more fuel than Homesick Alien has on this stint. And Cthulhu 3.5 seconds behind these guys was their movement. Alexis Maximus has dropped down. Oh dear. So Alexis Maximus, he got himself ahead of Jim, as we see him coming up over the Dunlop curve. And oh, just losing it over the top of the hill. So easy to do. And Jim says thank you. I'll have that position back. And Jim moves back up into 6th spot, ahead of Wrxc and Maximus. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful racing. Wrxc Iii leading this race. An absolute whiz. Out there at the moment, a 2:01.8 last time around. Let's have a look. Wrxc and Maximus, he's had a fastest lap, I believe, this round. Alphanut also having a fastest lap. Wrxc and Maximus best finish, 2nd place. His worst finish, 9th. So he's still doing better than that. It's 2 podiums. Alphanut, he's had 1 fastest lap. His best finish this season is 1st. His worst is 9th. He's had 2 podiums and 1 win. Who else have we got? Anton Poika. His best finish is 2nd place. His worst finish is 11th. He's had 1 podium so far this season. Oh, Wrxc Maximus has gone into the pits. After that off, so Pat moving up a position into 7th place, 15 seconds behind Jim. But he's getting nice consistency in that car now with the 202s, 203s. Jim, he's staying in those 204s. He's moved field. He's hooked up his caravan. He's moved over to the 204 field. But Diego, oh my lord, did a 211.5 on lap 17, and Jim can see the back of the Portuguese driver. He's catching him up, no end. And Diego looks like he must have had a small mistake. As we're talking about Diego, his best finish, he's won a race this season. His worst is 8th. He's had 2 podiums and 1 win. And at the moment, he's under threat from Jim. Mr. Consistency, Wrxc Iii still keeping that 4-second lead on Skyjacker. 1/4 of a tank of fuel left in that Subaru. With Skyjacker, Skyjacker's really done well with fuel. It's hardly moved in the last lap or 2. Just under half a tank of fuel. Oh, Skyjacker's out wide. Catula will be enjoying that. Where is Catula? Catula coming to the first corner now. And Skyjacker, he's got a good healthy 4 seconds, or he had a healthy 4 seconds on Catula. It has dropped to 2nd with his wide corner on that first corner. Now, Wrxc Iii nearly a 6-second lead. Skyjacker only 2.5 seconds ahead of Catula. Oh my word. Skyjacker having a lapse in concentration then. The race slipping away from him. Is he going to start getting desperate, start pushing? Will we see the return? I'm not even going to say the name. I don't want to summon Skyjacker's alter ego. But 6 seconds now, he's dropped away from the alien, and Catula can see the green of Skyjacker's rear. He has a target, there it is. So Catula getting, but Catula's tyres are pretty much mullered. He hasn't got much there, he hasn't got no beef on the bottom of that car to mount an attack really. Skyjacker's tyres are a lot better than Catula's at this point in the race. Skyjacker's fuel is a lot more than Catula. Catula will be pitting pretty soon, I think, looking at the state of his tyres and his fuel. He's on the DRS button, he's zipping it up the straight towards 130R. I can't pull away before 130R, can I? We've got to sit here for this. As we go through, knocking it down in gears, scary stuff there, 140 miles an hour coming up to Casio. And we really can see the back of Skyjacker. Skyjacker stays out, so he seems to think he can manage whatever is going on in the car. And Catula drawing ever closer to that 2nd spot. Remember, these top 3 are all in a championship battle, and it's very tight between the 2 of them. I mean, I think Skyjacker he's about 6 points ahead of Wrxc Iii. Let me fill you in. Let me fill you in. When I went out, you were wearing different clothes. When I came in, you said you then weren't home. Can you fill me in? Thank you. I got one word. I'm sure I got one word right in that song. So I'm at the table, sorry. And Jim's pitted. What does this mean? Jim has pitted. He's got 18 seconds on Pat. Pat's low on fuel as well. Diego, he was catching Diego up, and maybe this is his plan. Maybe he thinks he can undercut Diego before the end of this race. We've got less than 20 minutes left of racing. Pat moving ahead of the Jim. Alexis Maximus, he's quite far out of it. Maybe he can catch him up. It's showing him ahead. Oh no, Jim had to pit because he needed fuel. There you go. Nothing more, nothing less. So 6 seconds lead for Homesick Alien. Skyjacker is 2.9 seconds ahead of Catula in second. Catula third. 8.7 seconds ahead of Anton, who's in fourth. He's 27 seconds nearly ahead of Diego, who's 21.8 seconds ahead of Pat. Ooh, it looked like Diego making a mistake in the hairpin then. And that will be helping Pat out. Alexis, who's just pitted, Jim, who's just pitted. He's racing. Flashman saying, beautiful singing thingy. Yeah, thank you. Oh, and Homesick Alien is in the pits. Is Skyjack going to follow in as well? He's not going to make the same mistake. And so's Catula. They know they can't stay out. Anton, though, he's got a fair bit of fuel on there. His tyres look pretty mullered. He is staying out. Anton daring to stay. Another lap out there. So like I said, the table, Skyjacker's on 158, Catula's on 154, and Homesick's on 152. So 4 points is behind is Catula, and 2 points behind Catula is Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien looking like a win, and Catula down in third. This is going to jumble that table up nicely, beautifully. Keep an eye out. It's on our website, www.virtualracersclub.co.uk. The tables are updated if you want to keep track of these races and the championships. And Anton at the moment, 16 seconds. Homesick Alien managing to get back out ahead of Skyjacker, but Skyjacker really has cut down that lead, that 6 second lead that Homesick had. Homesick's put in more fuel than Skyjacker, and that has helped Skyjacker close down that lead on the Alien. Catula coming out in fourth. He's 7 seconds shy of Skyjacker, so he's lost out in the pits. 2:39 or 2:35 for Skyjacker. Oh, the other guys are all in the pits now. It looks like it's shuffling around. Alexis and Maximus. There's Diego just coming out of the pits ahead of Alexis Maximus. Alexis Maximus doesn't know where to go. He can't pick what side to go at. Diego maintaining that fifth, and Alexis Maximus lost the back end, and he's got Jim very close behind, so Alexis has to keep it nice and tidy. I totally missed this little battle here as they pitted. Amazing stuff. So Diego keeps that fifth. Alexis Maximus managed to get the sixth off of Jim from that early pit stop, and Pat is in 8th spot on his out lap. Pat saying twice in pits and missed the pit wall both times. Well done, Patster. So Anton, he's still got a lap or two of fuel, but those tyres are looking pretty done. He goes past the pit lane again, does Diego. To head around for lap 21. Leading the race here. No, lap 22. That was just finishing lap 21. Diego leading the race. Hasn't pitted yet. Everyone else grabbing a second pit stop. We've got 16 minutes left of racing of this 60-minute race. And Anton making his way around. It's a very nice looking car. I'm going to have to look back at the replays, because there's something different about that car and I can't quite put my finger on it. It's driving me up the wall, but it's looking beautiful out there. Leading Suzuka, round 5 of the WRX Challenge Season 3. Anton making his way round. He's definitely going to be coming into the pits at the end of this lap. Homesick Alien in second, ahead of Skyjacker, who is ahead of Cthulhu, who's ahead of Diego in 5th. Where will Anton come out? He should come out behind Cthulhu. Flashman saying, how the hell is Pat driving and writing messages? Is he some kind of wizard? He's got 4 arms. And here comes Anton. Lead on lap 22 and lap 21 of this race here at Suzuka. God, he's only in spoon. Homesick Alien, 3.7 seconds ahead of Skyjacker, who's 6.3 seconds ahead of Cthulhu. We've only got 15 minutes left of racing here, and oh my lord, talk about racing. Alexis Maximus has managed to get himself ahead of Diegor. When did that happen? Is it too long ago? Oh, I don't know. We missed the actual move, but we look like Diegor's coming back at him. Alexis Maximus still there, and Diegor having a look, and Jim having a look also. This is beautiful stuff. Oh, I don't want to be in that car. I want to be in Jim's car, sorry. And there, Anton has come into the pits. Yeah, he should come out behind Cthulhu, but we will check it out. I just wanted to have a look at the racing here with Jim, Diegor, and Alexis Maximus. There goes Homesick Alien and Skyjacker going past Anton. That seemed quite slow for Cthulhu. Has he had another issue? We'll go and have a look. But this racing here, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th down the field is absolutely amazing stuff. Sat on board with Jim, chasing Diegor in 6th place. And there goes Anton, he's back out on track in 4th place. Let's have a quick look then. Homesick Alien, 3.4 seconds leading with 14 minutes to go of this race. Skyjacker in 2nd place. He's getting purples though, so he's on a push. And he's trying to catch the Alien up. Cthulhu, he did put a lot less fuel in than the Alien. I wonder if that'll come into play come the end of the race. Cthulhu in that final podium position, 10 seconds ahead of Anton. So Anton, he's got fresher tyres than everyone around him. Maybe he can pull himself closer to Cthulhu by the end of this race if Cthulhu's tyres go off. They're looking okay at the moment. Alexis Maximus still ahead of Diegor with Jim in 7th place. This is the battle. Jim draws closer to the Super Bock liveried car of Diegor. And Alexis, he's struggling through the S's. Dio's going for a move. He's going for the move of the inside. They're side by side. There's a little bit of paint swapping. Alexis got the inside line around Red Degma, and they've both gone. They've both gone. My word. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Poor guys having a cracking little race there. So Diegor and Alexis Maximus going up against each other there. 4th, 6th and 5th place. Diegor goes for the move up the inside. The move is made, but then Alexis comes back, but Alexis doesn't have control of his car, it seems, and he takes Diegor out of this race. Diegor gets back. He only loses the 1 position, but still it's a tough cookie to swallow. And Jim moving up into 5th place. He says, thank you, boys. Thank you very much. Alexis Maximus in 7th with Pat in 8th. Homesick Alien, 3.3 seconds ahead of Skyjacker. Skyjacker, 7.9 seconds ahead of Cthulhu. And that is your top 3. We've got just under 12 minutes of racing, more like 11.5 minutes of racing here, and it isn't finished yet. Anton 10 seconds behind Cthulhu, but he's got the fresh tyres on, and he is on an absolute qualifying push up till the checkered flag to try and catch 3rd place up. Jim moving up into 5th place, was in a ringside seat for a cracking battle between Dio and Alexis Maximus, but Alexis Maximus losing the position to Dio, tried to reclaim it but just didn't have control of his car. It looked like he slid up to the side of Dio and took the both of them off of the corner, giving Jim 5th place. Pat there driving around, getting used to that Subaru. He's done a 202.5. It's his fastest so far. He managed a 204.4 last time around. He's got a fair whack of fuel on, nice fresh tyres. So Homesick Alien 3.9 seconds ahead of Skyjacker. What? And Skyjacker got the fastest lap last time around. I think there's points for that. So a 2:05.67. He's still got plenty of juice in that Subaru to get a fight on. Wrxc Iii, he managed a 2:09. Was he going for a fastest lap as well? In the last 10 minutes, they're going for it, these boys. Car 77 versus car 99. This is for the championship. No, I don't think Wrxc will overtake Skyjacker, will he, in the championship? I'm not sure, but it will help him a lot in his championship efforts. The two champions, Catula and Wrxc of WRX. Wrxc winning season 1, Catula winning season 2, and Skyjacker wants to win season 3. Oof, I can't call this. It should stay like that. These drivers at the front, these sim drivers, they know their business. There shouldn't be too many mistakes in the last 10 minutes of the race. Wrxc Iii, he knows how to win races. And he's got this one lovely. Just that first pit stop, that really was it. Skyjacker staying out that one lap, and there's nothing really Skyjacker could do. Wrxc saw him going past the pit lane and made the choice to come in that one lap earlier, and that is where the race changed. For Skyjacker, he's always been chasing since the first pit stop. Pulled himself a lot closer in the second pit stop, just 2 seconds behind the Alien, but he slowly slipped to 5.6 seconds. The Alien pulling it out every lap at 2:01.2, 2:09, 2:01.6. Whereas Skyjacker, I feel he's chasing that fast lap, even though he's got it. He wants a 59, doesn't he? He's done a 2:03.4 and a 2:03.04, but he might be saving fuel. He did short fill, remember, to get closer to the Alien. The Alien's got half a tank of fuel left. We've got 8 minutes of racing around here at Suzuka, and that goes quick. Remember, qualifying was 10 minutes, and that was gone in the blink of an eye. Catula 6 seconds behind Skyjacker. Is he catching Skyjacker up? A 2:02 from Catula last time around. They've got similar fuel levels, so if Skyjacker is fuel saving, then Catula really should be, or ought to be as well. But Catula looks like a 2:02.0 from him last time around, a 2:02.7 time before, so he's on a final push. Maybe he's trying to get that fastest lap as well. Anton in a steady 4th there, 8 seconds behind Catula, so he's pulled 2 seconds back on Catula. Maybe that's why Catula's getting a shifty on. He's realised his tyres are going to be wearing out pretty soon, and he's got a Finn catching him behind. Jim in that 5th place, only 1.3 seconds ahead of Diogo though. He did a 2:02.6 last lap. Diogo doing a 2:03.1, excuse me. So Dio on his way to catch up Jim, but Jim, lovely steady race there. Alexis coming in for another pit stop, had enough of those tyres and thought, why not for the last 6-7 minutes drive around at the back with something a little stickier on. And there goes Pat, moving up in 7th with his fastest lap at 2:02.117. So Pat mastering the Subaru around here. He's on the same he's on the same lap times as, he's faster than Skyjacker at the moment. He's similar time to Catula, a similar time to Anton. He's faster than Jim. Jim's just daring it around. Oh no, Jim's daring it, and Dio is right there. Dio all over the back of Jim on lap 26. We've got 6 minutes left of race, and we saw Jim just sliding around the outside of the corner. Jim's up the inside of Dio, but Dio's got it around the outside. Jim's still there though. He's not giving up on that position yet, and Jim tucks in behind Dio. What a shame for Jim. And maybe he can still come back at Diogo before the end of the race. Let's have a look. Dio's tyres, not too bad. Jim's about the same. It's about even Stevens there between these two drivers as they race around. We're nearly 5.5 minutes away from the checkered flag Very exciting stuff going on all up and down the fields. And we've got Anton catching Catula catching Skyjacker. We'll check it out. There's Homesick Alien, 6.4 seconds. He's pulled out another nearly half a second on Skyjacker. Oh, Catula's 7 seconds short. Wow, what's happened there then? I thought he was getting a bit closer to Skyjacker, but Skyjacker doing a 2:02.2 last time around, so he's not fuel saving at all. Catula 7.1 seconds behind. And it's nearly 5 seconds now from Anton Poika. He was 10 seconds when he came out the pit stops behind Catula. He's pulled it down to 5 seconds in 3 laps. 3 laps. He's done that. He's got about 2 more laps to go. Oh, it's not going to be enough laps, I don't think, for Anton, but Catula's tyres are going to keep going away. He did a 2:03.0 last time around. It's exciting stuff there between Catula and Anton. Anton slowly trying to catch Catula. Homesick Alien looks like this one is all wrapped up, isn't it, hey? In a nice tidy little bow at Suzuka for Wrxc. And they will be very pleased with their driver today. He did everything right when he needed to do it right. He took a pit stop before Skyjacker. Skyjacker will be throwing things around the garage. This one was his. He was the fastest man today. He had a pole position secured, and he'll be asking the team why did they let that happen. I told you it was a 2-stop straight. He'll be shouting them like Bottas shouts at Mercedes. I'll tell you what, if I was Bottas, I wouldn't shout at Mercedes. No way. I'd say thank you for letting me drive this car, because I know you've got someone very much faster down the road. Anton is faster, in all fairness. So Anton, 5 seconds. It's another 2:03 for Catula that last round. Anton doing a 2:01. Eek time for Catula. He must be aware of how quickly that time is dropping. Although the last lap it's only been half a second, but it's down below 5 seconds now. It's like there's nothing he can do about this. He's just got to sit there and let it happen. Homesick Alien cruising home for a win. Has he had a win this season? I believe he has. I think in the mud. I think he had a glorious win. That's not the one I want. There. I'm getting good at this now, navigating around my phone. So Homesick Alien. He has had 1 pole, a fastest lap. No, Homesick hasn't had a win this season so far. His best has been 2nd place. His worst 5th. But he's had 5 podiums, Mr. Consistent. But yeah, this will be his first win of the season at round 5. That is unbelievable. I thought he won on the mud, but obviously not. And now Homesick Aliens Championship is coming alive. 7 seconds, Skyjacker, but it's all right. He's 7 seconds. So he's pulling away from Skyjacker. Is Skyjacker having to look after that fuel? 2 minutes left of racing. No, it'll be red by now, won't it? And you have to do 1 more lap after this. Homesick Alien coming around across the line to start his final lap. Pretty sure the timer will run out before he comes around to see that start straight again. There comes Skyjacker, 7 seconds adrift of Homesick today. Catula in 3rd, 7 seconds adrift of Skyjacker. Anton 4.5 seconds, but it's not pulling him in enough. This is the final lap. He needs Catula to make a mistake. And I don't think Catula is in any mood to do that today. So Anton, though, a glorious 4th place from Anton, if that's where he stays. Dio getting that 5th off of Jim. It was very close between the 2 of them. Pat grabbing 7th from Alexis. Alexis having to take an extra pit stop through tyre wear issues. Pat did that 2:02.1. Come on, Pat, you can get this in the 2:01s before this is the last lap now. And here he comes, Homesick Alien, car number 77, season 1 champion. He's also won the MTCC, I believe, and amongst other things. I'm sure he's won other things. I can't remember though. I could look in the Hall of Champions, but she's bringing her home a round spoon. Skyjacker. He's got that fastest lap though, Skyjacker. He got the pole. So he's lost not that many points, really, in all fairness, of whatever points Homesick gets. I can't remember what the points are in this. But yes, Skyjacker managing to secure pole position and the fastest lap. So it's not a terrible loss for him in the end. And here comes Homesick Alien through Casio, around the final corner, to take a glorious first win this season. Homesick Alien, congratulations. Here comes Skyjacker. Probably feels like it could have been his win. Oh, it's only a point from first and second, and with Skyjacker getting pole and fastest lap, Skyjacker will score better than Homesick. And there goes Cthulhu for third place. Anton, look at that, 2.5 seconds in the end from Anton, from Cthulhu. Oh, take a boo, my son, Cthulhu. Anton in fourth. Dio coming around, but he's got Jim for close company. He never got to shake Jim off. His fuel's flashing. They've got a bit of a way to go, these two. They're both looking like they're struggling with the fuel. Dio just ahead by 9/10. Jim might be easing off. He might be starting to worry about his fuel. He's got 21 seconds on Pat, who's got 22 seconds on Alexis. So here comes Dio through Casio. Portuguese driver taking the final corner just ahead of Jim. Is only half a second between these two drivers as they cross the line. And there you go, Dio in fifth. Jim gets 6th place in the end. Pat bringing her home in 7th. As he makes his way through the Casio. Around the final corner, bringing her home in 7th place. Well done, Pat. And Alexis and Maximus having to take that extra pit stop today. Bringing it on. So let's have a look in the chat. And we see Skyjacker saying, well done, Homesick. Alien. And Jill saying, great win, Homesick. Very well done. Racer Brown saying, congratulations, Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien saying, great race, Skyjacker. And Cthulhu was not expecting that lull. And here comes Alexis just running out of fuel before the line. And he makes it across the line. Quickly looking back at the leader, Homesick Alien, the winner, I mean. In chat, Skyjacker says, first is 32 points, second is 30 points, third is 28 points, etc. Pole, 1 point, fastest lap, 1 point. Race less than 30 minutes are half points. So, oh, I just missed Homesick doing his little celebration. It was very quick though. Here we go, we'll take you to the race results. Right, so I got the points wrong, sorry guys. Homesick Alien saying, thanking you, Skyjacker. Solid win, bud. Well managed. And Pat saying, nice to get that one done. And that was a hard one. Ooh, that's what she said. So, Homesick Alien took your win with Skyjacker in 2nd place. And Cthulhu, your final podium. The 3 top people in the championship, all taking the top 3 places. And they're carrying them points through to keep this championship alive. We're only halfway through. That's right at round 5, isn't it? So this is an absolutely thrilling championship so far. In 4th, Anton, an absolutely fantastic race from Anton, I must say. I enjoyed his work today. 5th place for Dio. He was battling it out with Alexis Jim. Alexis Jim, that's a new one. Alexis Maximus and Jim. So cracking racing from Dio to grab that 5th. Jim in 6th. Mr. Consistency today. His caravan was well and truly set up in the 202 field, and well done, Jim. Pat 7th, getting himself ahead of Alexis Maximus, having to take that extra pit stop. And Wrxc, we lost him halfway through, somewhere in the midst of that race. Wrxc leaving. Skyjacker got your fastest lap as well as pole with a 2-minute .567 on lap 23. Oh wow, that was fun, eh? What better way could you spend a Thursday evening than watching the WRX Challenge round 5 at Suzuka? I tell you what, I want to be on it and tell you what next week is as well. Please be Interlagos, please be Interlagos, please be Interlagos. Let me look. Give me 1 second. It is Colorado Springs. Oh, we're back to the dirt, boys and girls. Heading into the mud at Colorado Springs. So that's going to be a lovely little treat. Mud, says Skyjacker. Race Brown says, great comms again, thingy, and well done, everyone. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Race Brown. That's really nice. Skyjacker saying mud, and Pat saying not Interlagos. Well, I always want the next race to be Interlagos. I love that track. It's great. Read then. So, what have I got to tell you? What have I got to tell thee this week then? What news have I got for you lot? So tomorrow we've got the Max 5s. Do not miss out on those. On Sunday, oh my God, the HPEC races just get better and better. If you're not keeping up with the HPECs, get yourself on them YouTubes and get them watched, because they are absolutely crack-a-lacking. And that's going to be coming on Sunday. And then next week, I don't know what's going on next week. I think you're going to have to wait all the way till Thursday again for your next WRX challenge. There is something coming on Tuesday. Don't you worry. It's coming. It's coming. So that's it. Yeah, that's everything. I've got nothing for you. You can all go off and do whatever you do on a Thursday evening. Go and watch Rick and Morty. It's brilliant. Although I'm watching Clone Wars again now, because I just love how the Empire took over. It's my favourite thing. Seeing the Empire and Palpatine, how he just made those Jedis look like jokes. I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Colin Wrxc. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you when? Come on, when? I said it earlier. I said it. Friday for Max 5. Don't miss it. In the chat then, let's have a look. Oh yes, in the muds. Pat saying 4 races at Colorado. Sounds like fun. Skyjacker saying Catula and Homesick Aliens Playground is the mud, and Skyjacker with a smiley face. Skyjacker saying thank you thingy. Pat saying it's football, isn't it, Tuesday? Sod football. I couldn't be bothered with it. Homesick Alien says, he says after a faultless drive last time. That's Skyjacker in the mud. And you're saying great commentary as always thingy. Thank you very much. I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Colin Wrxc. I will catch you next time. Bye. Thank you. And that's the way the news goes.